guys, I'm Diane and this is Narrow Dreams. Today's video is basically a family outing on a day boat hire that we did yesterday in Skipton. We chose to do it yesterday because we thought the autumn colours were going to be stunning. We weren't disappointed, and it's just, you know, a little record of going as far down as Silsden and back, and doing all the bridges and the stunning autumn colours. Most of it will be voiceover because unfortunately it was a little bit breezy. The engine was quite noisy, so a lot of the videos, the sound quality is not good, so it'll just be pictures with me voicing over in the background, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. Thank you for watching. Here we are, just pulling out of Canal cruisers. Hello, Emily. And we're heading down towards Gilwick today. Looks a bit dull, but it's not too bad at the minute. It was forecast to chuck it down all day. Hello, Lou. So we've got the family out today for a bit of a cruise through Skipton. That's going the other way and towards Liverpool, but we're not going that way today. And back behind us is the Spring Branch. Just going past canal cruisers. And there's Neil.
Hello.
The tiller. Hello. And a much more successful setting off than we had last time. I think he's got used to this. So we're just going very slowly past the moored boats till we get out onto slightly more open water and we can speed it up a little bit. Yeah, he's telling them what to do. Oh, and then there's another hire company here, Skipton Boat Trips, and there's their trips that go out, and they've got a couple of day boat hires as well. So we're going under our first bridge, Beaumont Bridge, and I'm going to come down through the boat so you can just see what the little day boats are like inside. So we've got all the nutters down here. So this is the little kitchen area. And you've got a little kettle and your sink, make a cuppa. There are some lights, although nobody's turned any on. They're all dashing out the way of the camera because they don't want to be on the video, obviously. And I'm following them, so they've judged that quite badly. Okay, and this is the bow, and this is the way we're going. So we're looking forward to a nice day. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. So as you could probably just start to hear on the last bit, the breeze got a bit loud. That's Dan, Emily's boyfriend. That's my eldest daughter Louise, my youngest daughter Emily in there, and Louise's husband Steve. Husband Neil at the back and son Sam on the front. But yeah, because of the breeze, I've decided to do voiceover on it so it's not as distracting trying to listen to the voice and listen to the sound of the wind and the engine. So basically we've just come out for the day on Pennine Cruisers narrowboat. It's only a small one. This is me having a go at the tiller. This bit was okay because it was straight, but if you look there, we're just coming up to a bend and you'll notice that I haven't had an awful lot of practice at this. I'm obviously going to get an awful lot of practice when we get our own, and we are actually going to do the 2-day helmsman course, but it sort of got very close to the bank, and in the end I let Neil take over again. So obviously a lot of work to be done there. Quite a large group of cygnets there, well, juveniles, obviously just starting to get their adult plumage. There were no adults with them, so they've obviously sort of struck out on their own a bit. As you can see, there's a few more here. So the idea was really just to come out and have a nice family day out. Hopefully let the rest of the family see why we're so passionate about wanting to live this lifestyle and you know, see what it's all about, basically. So the beauty of coming to Skipton is that if you go in this direction towards Silston, it would actually bring you to the Bingley Five Rise locks if you kept going, but on a day boat hire you're not actually insured for doing locks, so you can actually go out this way up to 12 miles lock free. We're not going to get that far today because you know, we've only got it until 4:30 in the afternoon, so we'll sort of go out till round about lunchtime, and then we'll stop for a bit of lunch, turn around and come back. So as you can see, the light is completely different to when we came out in summer on this stretch of water, and it's so lovely. It gives everything a completely different feel, and it's much quieter. In the summer there were loads and loads of hire boats and private boats down here. We do see a few on this trip, but nowhere near as many as we did last time, so it was quite nice. And as you can see, all the leaves are starting to turn, and when you look out to either side of the boat, the views are just stunning. As you can see, it's just over to the hills and fields. You can see all the narrowboats moored up. Some of them are on private moorings. We'll see some later that have sort of got little gardens and everything. They're just looking at a dog on a boat. They were quite taken with that, because obviously they're not, you know, they've not been up and down the canal banks like us. But look at that scenery. That is just stunning, and the colours on the leaves just add to it so much. So as I say, there are no locks on this stretch of water, but there are several swing bridges. As you'll see as we go through the video, everybody sort of had a go at doing all the different things. But you've got 3 different types of swing bridges, which I'll talk about later. This boat here is called Wildflower. It's obviously on a permanent mooring, and they've got a garden there that's just amazing. They've sort of put it all up the wall and everything, and it really is stunning. And then the boats that you can see as we're coming up to are the Snagill hire boats, but then there are some more moorings just past there, with, well, they've got wide beams and narrow boats there that are just moored up on permanent moorings, really. So it's all good. So yeah, 3 different types of swing bridge. You've got just a fully manual swing bridge that have got the anti-lock sort of handcuff type locks on, so you just screw those off and then push it across. There is a semi-automated
going all over the canal. Are you enjoying it, Lo?
Press a button, you've got the electronic box at the side. Press a button to lower the barriers, but then you have to manually open the bridge. And then the third type is a fully automatic one that puts the barriers down and swings the bridge out. So, you know, it's just
we're tacking.
A good experience to get used to those different types of bridges. I'm sure we'll come across lots more once we actually get out on the network and go a bit further. But we saw lots of different animals, loads and loads of sheep. There were a couple of horses in this field. Didn't catch it on camera, but they got very curious and came down to the water to look at us going past. Obviously we weren't going as fast as it's showing you in this video. I have actually speeded that up, and I'm not sure why the video didn't do it when it was on normal speed, but it seems very jerky. It jumps every now and again since I've speeded it up. So if any of you can answer why that is, then you could drop a comment in the bottom and let me know, because I might be able to correct it so that it doesn't happen in future videos. So you can see everybody's mucking in. They're all grabbing the rope. Steve's just off up to do the bridge. We've gone through that one now and set off again. It's sort of all, I didn't film everything because it's all hands to the ropes and whatnot, and showing everybody how to do the different types of bridge when we get there. That's my son Sam. And so this probably, I mean, it's taken 10 minutes on the video, but it took a good 2.5 hours to get this far. And you can see another hire boat there from the same company that we were actually sharing the bridges with. So they've done this one, so we're going straight through. We'll do the next one and they can come straight through, and we did that all the way along, so it just makes things a little bit easier and a little bit quicker. This was one of the few boats that we saw moving other than the other Pennine one. That is another hire boat from Silsden Cruisers. It was a wide beam. And there are a couple of others, but very few and far between. It was really, really quiet, really peaceful. You do, at different parts, get a little bit of road noise because you're running quite close to the main road into Skipton. But, I mean, it doesn't take anything away from the experience at all. And the thing I love at this time of year, I mean, you've got all the colours and everything, but the quality of the light and the reflections on the water, it's just stunning. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere better for taking photographs and stuff. So, you know, as well as this video, I took loads of photographs. I always take far too many. So, you know, if you look on the Narrow Dreams Facebook page, you'll see lots of still photographs as well. Or if you look on Narrow Dreams Instagram feed, a lot of them are.
What are you eating?
So sort of everybody had a go at everything really on this this day out. They all had a go at doing the bridges. They all had a go at getting on and off. That's Emily just going to do a bridge on her own. I'm going with her to tell her how to do it. So she's just undoing the handcuff. There's the boat waiting for us to go back, and she's just going to shove it round. She found it easier to pull when she turns around later and tries to push it and just can't get it moving. So if that's how she finds it easier, then fair enough, she just can't move it from there. So no, she's going to pull it because that's the way she finds easiest. So that's the bridge open. Obviously the boat's going to come through, and you'll see there is also, this is not our boat, this is the other boat that did the last bridge for us. They're coming through, and then Neil will bring ours through. We'll close the bridge and get back on, obviously. So, but yeah, everybody, even my daughter Louise, who didn't think she'd want to be getting on and off the boat because she didn't think she'd feel safe enough to do so, really got involved and did ropes and did bridges. And I think, you know, they sort of saw boating from a very different perspective. I've dragged them all up and down the tow paths looking at narrow boats and this sort of thing, but it's different actually being on one and getting involved with you know, tying it up, hammering mooring pins in, opening bridges, all that sort of thing. You can see Emily there again. She really loved doing the bridges, so she got involved in doing quite a lot of them. And holding the ropes. Now this is my son-in-law Steve actually having a go on the tiller. He was actually very good. He managed to moor it up at the next bridge for us opening and everything, so he really enjoyed that, I think. And I think almost everybody, there you see Emily again doing a bridge, you see, she loved it. I think nearly everybody had a go on the tiller, except maybe Sam. He had a go last time we hired it, but he's not really that bothered. So we're just waiting for Emily to come back, and then we're setting off again. This is actually on the journey back. This is after we've had our lunch. So all these bridges we've already done once, and we're doing them on the way back. We were very, very lucky with the weather. All week I was looking at the weather forecast and it kept saying, oh, it's going to rain until lunchtime. It's going to be light showers right up until 1 o'clock. We didn't actually get any rain at all. We had a lovely day. It was warm enough to sit out on the bow or stand on the stern with Neil. We much preferred the cruiser stern. Last time we hired one, we had a trad stern and couldn't stand there with him. So this is just as we're coming back into the Skipton Basin to bring the hire boat back. When you bring it back, you've got to reverse it up the spring branch arm and then pull it back to where we picked it up. They want it mooring at the side of the other one. This is actually the other one to ours, the sister ship, if you like, to ours, that's got to moor up first, and then we've got to moor up beside it. So they did seem to be struggling a little bit, but you know, we got on all right, and it wasn't too bad. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Please give it a like if you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos that will be coming up, click on subscribe. And any sort of experiences you've had of hiring boats, drop a comment, let me know about it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.